gentlemen, it gives me an extreme great pleasure to welcome Nergal from Behemoth to Hornstop Rocks. Hey man, I'm still recovering from the show last night here in New York City, one of the most memorable shows that you've done in New York. And dude, yeah, man, I'm still recovering. What an amazing, amazing show. How was your experience yesterday here in New York with all the friends and everything that happened last night?
Well, you know what? New York is one of these places that we almost feel like home because there's always like plenty of people that we know, Polish friends and like friends that we've made throughout the years. You know, they always come down to the shows, and like each one of them had a bottle, and it pretty much every time goes a bit out of control. So that's what the night ended up yesterday. But yeah, we had something to important to celebrate. I mean, it might have been like the biggest headlining show for us in New York so far, and it's definitely things are just growing bigger, and the response were amazing, and we're like really proud. It was an amazing show.
Hey man, and it takes a lot of balls to have Cannibal Corpse play right before you.
Well, the way this tour is set up is it's just, we flip flop every night, and it's just fair, and it just gives like every band the opportunity to play last and play before. So it's just, either way, really, we don't mind playing before them, like every time, and they say pretty much the same. They're like, we wouldn't mind playing before you guys every night, and we're like, I don't care, and I guess they neither. We just, like, pretty much all the bands, not just us and CC on this tour, had amazing feedback, and even Tribulation being the first band on the bill, like they pretty much like every night they play in front of full house, and it's the crowd's being very generous, and they love all the bands.
Yeah, I think it's a bill that's going to be talked for many, many years. And I wanted to ask you, because I know you're very involved in everything that pretty much happens with Behemoth. How do you guys manage to reinvent your stage show every year? Every time you come back, you were playing Irving Plaza about a year ago, and it was a complete different show. It wasn't as amazing, but I feel like every time I see you guys, there's something new to look up to. Looking forward to seeing you guys, because I know it's always going to be different. What goes behind the scenes to be able to manage to give the fan that experience every time that they're always going to remember it?
I don't know. It's just the direction that we're just picking up on the way, and it's getting more and more theatrical, and it's more of a spectacle than just a rock show for a few years now, and it looks like every tour we come back, we try to make it even more theatrical and mysterious in many ways. That's why I drop all this talking in between the songs, and I hardly do it anymore. I just say a few words here and there, and that's it. Just I've been there, I've done that, and it's just like the music of the last record, and I don't know, the vibe around the record kind of determine the way we project ourselves these days, and the way we organize ourselves, organize the band, So that's the way that's the way it is. That's what suits us the best these days, and that's like the best expression of what's going on.
Right, because as you know, times are hard for everybody. People always have an excuse not to make it out to a show. But obviously, last night's concert was sold out. Your last concert here was sold out. A lot of the shows on this tour were sold out. And I wanted to ask...
like half of the shows are even more now.
Right, exactly. And I wanted to ask you, man, what's in the agenda for the next couple of years for Behemoth? Because you mentioned that you wanted to, take a break, kind of regroup and come back, strong. But what's in the agenda for the next, few years for Behemoth?
Well, the thing is that I just think that the potential of this record is like vast, and I need to make sure that we're gonna make use of it like to the fullest. We're just gonna squeeze the fruit and just make all the use there is. Just use all the potential. And you cannot just do it like within like a 1.5 year cycle of touring, and then maybe like throwing in one or maybe two videos. No, I mean, I had the impression that this record needs way more of attention and energy than any other record, because we're just so aware of how important it is and how groundbreaking it is for us, for the band. So I just, decided to just like fully focus on the record, on touring the record, on playing with the form, playing with the record, and just getting us inspired as we can with just fucking around with different ideas. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And once we are done with that, which is I don't know when, but one day we were like, okay, this is it. We're done. We did everything we possibly could to express ourselves like wholly. This album cycle, then we're gonna take a break and then see what happens. I'm just not really looking much further than this. So there's a couple of tours that we have planned out, and we'll be busy throughout the end of the year. And there's some stuff coming up for 2016, and there's some new videos coming, and they're on the works now. So there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff. So yeah, we just keep ourselves busy, still being creative and just being like totally, into promoting the records and just exploring it as much as we can.
Now, you guys just released your band's biography, The Devil's Conquistadors, and one thing that really stuck out to me is that you used your first communion money to buy your first guitar. And how would you say finding music at a young age helped you through your childhood and through your adulthood? How did that shape your life? Instead of spending money when you're a child in Legos or stupid shit like that, but you bought a guitar. How did that change you, man?
Well, it basically determined my whole life, man. That's why I'm sitting here. So it made me who I am. Simple as that.
And where did you get the idea? Why did you want a guitar instead of toys? Why did you say, I want a guitar?
Yeah, because I was already into the music. I was already into playing guitars, and I wanted to learn how to play. I was very passionate about music. So I wanted to, to learn how to play and form the band, I knew it since I was 8 or 7.
And who were some of those guitarists that influenced that decision?
Well, I don't think there was a particular musician that made me buy guitar. It was just a bunch of bands, just a bunch of, artists that, that I was into, and I'd just listen to them and just, busting around the records, and I just wanted to become one of them one day eventually. That's it.
And you obviously definitely are a huge part of metal nowadays. I mean, as I was saying before, it's hard to get people out there to get interested over and over again, but you keep reinventing yourself. And I know you do way more than just Behemoth. I was reading that you have a barbershop in Poland. Is there anything else outside of Behemoth that you do that people would be interested in knowing, aside from music?
There's a lot of stuff happening simultaneously, but I don't really want to talk about it until they're officially confirmed. But just expect things to happen in the nearest future. There's some projects I've been working on, and I'm excited about it. And things will be happening for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I want to thank you for your time, for everything that you do for music, and definitely have an amazing show tonight, man. I know you always look forward to the show, so enjoy it to the max. So I know this tour is almost over, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
All right, take it easy, man.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Every time we try